Testing this vlog footage because I want to see how it color grades. I am trying to figure out the perfect setting because the settings I had earlier when I did my mini vlog I liked, but the ISO was very high and washed out a lot of my footage, like the outside especially because I didn't have an ND filter on. So I'm trying to figure out if this is the perfect settings. What do you guys think? Let me know. Bye. So I am testing out the settings on how it would work. So I am sitting down in a very dark place, like it's very, very, very dark. So I want to see how this works and all that. When I color grade it, I'm just testing different little clips here and there, different settings. So next setting I'm going to try is a taboo one, which is the automatic everything. But let's just try this one last setting in manual. And then we'll try the automatic because I don't like using automatic. I like to set my own settings. So, but for those people that swear by automatic, we're going to go ahead and test it out as well. So this is automatic settings. Everything is automatically done by the camera, which I'm not a big fan of. As I can see already, I am not a fan of this footage already. Like, excuse me, but like, I don't. That's why I don't mess with automatic settings. I like to have color range, and there's a certain feel I like towards my vlogs, and this automatic is not it. But this is what automatic looks like. And yeah, I'm gonna try to color grade it as well. I'll show you a clip. This is all automatic. Now it's gonna be color graded. So this part is all color graded. That's as much as I can color grade it. And this is why I am not a fan of automatic. So you tell me the different footage between the different settings. So I am testing out the automatic white balance and see how that comes out in post. So I don't know. I'm playing around with different settings. This one we're playing with all manual settings except the ISO is auto. So let me know what you guys think after post. One last test I'm gonna do is have it on only auto white balance, but I'm gonna walk around my apartment and get the different lighting and how we'll be vlogging at night, and then we're gonna turn on my daylight so you guys see how I would be vlogging during the day. So let's take a walk. Oh, we're stripped because my baby toys are everywhere. So let's take a walk everywhere. Bathroom. Let's try the light in there. Let's see, how is it compensating? Okay. We can do this. Now, let's go here. Turn on the kitchen light. See how it compensates. Okay, I'm kind of liking that. So, alrighty. Now, let's walk over here because the light over here does change with that on. So, now let's go turn off the kitchen light. I'm sorry, I'm just staring at the screen because I want to see what it looks like. And these are just test vlogs. These are not just meant for me to talk. But yeah, so now I'm just testing out because this is how I normally would vlog at night. If, well, my baby is asleep, but when she's asleep, this is the type of lighting I vlog at night. And I want to see how it does in all type of lightings. So we're going to go back and sit down in my couch where it's super dark. Oh, I was like, what the hell is that? Okay. So we tested out all lighting situations. The only one we did not test out was my room light. Of course, I'm not going to go in there and disturb my baby and turn it on because that's the last thing we want is for Munchkin Doodles to wake up. So now let's go ahead and transfer this footage. So this is a little small ring light I bought specifically made for the Osmo. It follows me everywhere. I have self-based tracking on or selfie tracking on, and it follows me everywhere with the light. Now we're gonna try it in different lightings with auto white balance. Sorry. It is 11 o'clock at night. I'm trying to get this done before I go to bed. So if I seem slower and slower and slower in each clip, it's because it's getting later and later and later. So this is me in my living room in the darkest point. Now I have it on the very first setting on the light, but it can get really bright and it changes colors too. This is yellow. Now this can go really freaking bright. So this was the first setting I had it on. This is second setting, which is, sorry, I was grabbing the gimbal, which is the second highest setting. So depending how dark, this is probably the highest I would use it. So let's go try it in different settings in case I was walking around my house around this time at night. So we'll do test during the day. Let's do this one last test. We shouldn't call it that, but one last test part 2. So let's do this. I'm in my bathroom with the light off. It's completely dark, completely dark. Now I'm about to turn the light on. Doesn't make a difference. Now this is my kitchen with the light off. And we're going to turn on very quick so you can see what it looks like with the light on. That's with the light on. I don't think this does a difference when the light is on. So this is mostly when I'm vlogging at night with the lights on. So yeah, this is my dining area. And we're going back to the darkest point in my living room with this little light. And yeah, there you go. So this is what it looks like with the little ring light, and I'll have it linked below in case you guys want to get yourself one. But you guys saw how it does in pitch black, because that bathroom was very pitch black. So, and that was even the highest setting. We should go try it in the highest setting. Let's go. Okay. We are in the bathroom. Hold on, let me get selfie back on. Okay, it's struggling. I forgot it does struggle in low light. So let's crank this up. Okay, that's as high as it goes. So this is as high as it goes, and active tracker is back enabled. It's able to track my face again. It was struggling in low light because it doesn't do good in dark. Like, this is pitch black dark, and this is as good as I'm gonna get with this little ring light. So I just want to try it in the pitch black, like without it. You want to see what it looks like without it? This is how dark it is. See, the camera lost track of focus of me because I'm in the dark. So it's back tracking me. So let's go back to the darkest point in my living room. There you go. Now you guys know how high this ring light can go and how much it can work for you. So this is what a ring light on. This is the final cut I'm doing tonight because I do gotta test it out during the day. And once I'm done testing it out during the day, I will edit all the footage and put it together. And yes, that is what I'm doing. But it takes 24 hours to film this vlog in pieces. So now I'm gonna go to bed, retreat, and I'll pick up tomorrow in the morning with the settings. Bye. Hey guys, so I adjusted my settings way better. I had it super overexposed, ridiculously overexposed. So since I vlog a lot in my apartment and in dark low light settings, I finally adjusted my settings correctly. I adjust them to my lighting in the bathroom because it has a completely different lighting than all of the one in my house. It's orange light. I have yet to figure out and customize it correctly in broad daylight. So I will do that when I go outside tomorrow morning because it is nighttime right now. But what do you guys think of these settings so far? Let me know. Hey guys, so here I am testing the exposure on automatic. I'm testing out ISO on automatic. I just want to see how it compensates around my apartment at night. Let's see. Let's walk around the apartment and see how it does in all types of lighting. Oh, excuse me, I just burped. So yeah, let's go into the dark areas of my apartment. We're in the bathroom and let's turn the light on. See how it's doing. Okay, it's doing pretty good. Let's go try the kitchen light on. Okay, we're in my kitchen. The light is turned off. We're turning the light on. I'm pretty much sure I'm gonna look washed out. It's pretty bright in here. So let's turn it off, or let's walk to our dining area. See how it compensates. Living room, dining area, and kitchen, the brightest. So let's turn off the kitchen. Let's just see how it looks with the light on in the dining area. That's pretty good. But in bright light, I see what people say. It does wash you out completely. We'll see on post. Let's go to the dark areas of my living room or back to them. While we're at it, let me grab my laptop so I can edit this. I got my baby. So let's go sit down. All right. We are in the darkest point in my living room and with the TV on, because I can see all these different blue hues in the background. We'll see how that looks in post. So this is with automatic exposure and automatic ISO. Let's see how this works. If I have a feeling it's already washing me out in my bright kitchen light, then this is definitely not going to work for outside during daylight, even with an ND filter. But we'll put that to the test tomorrow because it is currently... My watch is not turning on for some reason. It is 10:39, so it's almost going to be 11 o'clock at night. So I'll put that other second part to the test tomorrow because I did film it today, but I deleted all the footage by an accident. So all that days of work went to waste. So I will refilm part 2, which is all the settings during the daylight, tomorrow. So with that being said, let's go ahead and edit this footage and see how it looks. Hey guys, so here I am testing the exposure on automatic. I'm testing out ISO on automatic. I just want to see how it compensates around my apartment at night. Let's see. Let's walk around the apartment and see how it does in all types of lighting. Oh, excuse me, I just burped. Okay, let's go into the dark areas of my apartment. We're in the bathroom, and now let's turn the light on. See how it's doing. Okay, it's doing pretty good. Let's go try the kitchen light on. Okay, we're in my kitchen. The light is turned off. We're turning the light on. I'm pretty much sure I'm gonna look washed out. It's pretty bright in here. So let's turn it off, or let's walk to our dining area. See how it compensates. Living room. Dining area. And kitchen. The brightest. So let's turn off the kitchen. Let's just see how it looks with the light on in the dining area. That's pretty good. But in bright light, I see what people say. It does wash you out completely. We'll see on post. Let's go to the dark areas of my living room or back to them. While we're at it, let me grab my laptop so I can edit this. I got my baby. So let's go sit down. All right. We are in the darkest point in my living room and with the TV on, because I can see all these different blue hues in the background. We'll see how that looks in post. So this is with automatic exposure and automatic ISO. Let's see how this works. If I have a feeling it's already washing me out in my bright kitchen light, then this is definitely not going to work for outside during daylight, even with an ND filter. But we'll put that to the test tomorrow because it is currently... My watch is not turning on for some reason. It is 10:39, so it's almost going to be 11 o'clock at night. So I'll put that other second part to the test tomorrow because I did film it today, but I deleted all the footage by an accident. So all that days of work went to waste. So I will refilm part 2, which is all the settings during the daylight, tomorrow. So with that being said, let's go ahead and edit this footage and see how it looks. Hey guys, welcome to part 2, testing all the settings in daylight I did film this whole footage yesterday, but I didn't save the files to my computer and I accidentally deleted them, so I have to start all over from scratch. So right now I am using a variable ND filter. It's at stop 1, which is a 2, and it goes all the way to 32, and then I have another one that goes all the way to 512. So I have 2 variable ND filters instead of carrying one N16, one 32, 164. I can just carry these 2 variables and switch them depending on daylight. I know when I go outside, I'm going to put this one to 32. The downside of variable filters, ND filters, is the fact that you get like a vignette, and that's when you use it at the highest. But I have yet to put that to the test, so we'll see in post. But let's see how this, I have right now an ND filter. It's at 2, it's a stop 1. Let's see how it does around the house and compensates. So let's say in case I wanted to just leave it on and vlog in the house. So let's walk. Right now my lights, I'm in the living room. So we are gonna walk and try different lightings. This is my hallway. Let's go try the bathroom light because that one's a very orange fluorescent light. As you can see how, okay, he's doing good, he's doing good. Let's go try my room. Because it is a wider cool tone light. It's doing pretty good. And I have it on automatic exposure and automatic ISO because people says that if you have it on automatic exposure, that it washes you out when you go out. But they never say if they're using an ND filter or not. So I'm going to put it to the test with an ND filter and then take the filter off so you guys can see what it looks like with the filter and without a filter when it's on auto exposure. I never use auto exposure, but I am putting it to the test today. I always just manually set it. So kind of nervous because I never use anything in auto. But I'm putting these settings to the test. So I will film also with all auto, which I hate. I hate color grading or even editing footage that's on full automatic. I cannot do it. So, but it's a pain in the ass. You don't have much range to do anything. So let's continue going. So this is my kitchen. This is the brightest point in my house. And as you can see, like it's compensating because this is like the brightest point in my house. And this is how it would look if I was to turn off the light in the kitchen. Still doing good. Still doing good. Now let's turn it back on and go to the dining area. So this is my dining area. Turning towards a bright light. But if I turn towards my window, since you guys can see that light's super bright, I love this light. I actually had them change it to white fluorescent lights because I don't like orange or yellowy lights. I like white cool tones. That's the feel I like my videos to have, is a cool tone vibe. So this is in my apartment with the variable ND filter at stop. So we'll test this when we're getting ready to leave. I'll put it at stop 5. And yeah, I'm not using a wide angle lens. Can you use a wide angle lens with this? Yes, but I'm not using a wide angle lens because today is all about the settings, not actual getting the wide angle. So I'll see you guys when we're ready to go outside. So hey guys, I am outside leaving my daughter's school. I am trying out a variable KNF ND filter. I have it at stop 5, which is a 32. And so far I have it on automatic exposure, automatic ISO, because I really want to put the exposure to the test on bright daylights. So this is with an ND filter 32, and also we'll be testing it with an ND filter, variable ND filter that goes up to 512, but I'm only going to go up to 64. But we'll test it out to 512 so we can see how dark it gets. Let me know if the corners are vignetting, because I can't really tell. But let me know. And this is me facing the sun. This is me facing away from the sun. Again, facing the sun. So I'm gonna get in my car. Let's do this. So I am in my car. I am still using the 32 variable filter. This is at 32, but if I were to put it in stop 1, you'll see it will lighten up. And this is probably how I would use it at indoors at home and in the car. So let's put it back, or you know what, let's just leave it at 1 because the next test we're gonna do is with the variable ND filter that goes all the way to 512. So next time you see me, I might be darker. We'll start with the 64 and go up, so you'll see the difference. But anyways, I love you guys and I have to drive home. Bye guys. So right now I have the variable ND filter that goes up to stop 5, which is 512. Right now I have it at 64. I was just cleaning it because it's so hard to take them off and so hard to pop them on. I dropped it. I had to put fingerprints on it to pick it up, so I had to clean. That's why I always carry a fiber cloth with me, because I have so many in my backpack. I have so many of these because I lose them and I can always just grab another new one in my backpack because I have them in my pocket all the time. But let's step out and see how this does in the sun, and then we're going to crank it up to 512 so you can see how dark it gets, because I don't ever go past 64 ever. So let's go. Right now it is currently 9:31, so the sun is full blown high where I'm at, and because I'm north in the desert. So let's try it and crank it up and see what this does. And then I'm going to take the filter off. I'm going to hope I don't drop it, and then you'll see what it looks like, exposure automatic full blown outside with no ND filter. So you guys will see the difference in the footage. So let's go. So I am under my carport. As you can see, it's still shady, but we haven't stepped into the sun. I'm gonna walk out and step into the sun. So let's go. And the sun's like on this corner. So this is with the variable ND filter S64 stop. Now let's crank it up to 512 so you guys can see what that looks like. This is 512. I think it's a little dark even if I'm in direct sunlight. Well, if you're going to be in direct sunlight, then I say you do it dark. But I never go past the 64 ND filter, so this is where I would leave it at. This is where I would leave it at the highest, 64. Hey, babe. I was like, what are you doing? So these are the KNF concept variable filters from stop 1 to stop 5. So this is what a 64 looks like outside. Indoors, I'll put it to the test so just you can see how dark it is and why I will not ever use this indoors, even at a mall. No, this can go very dark. So let's go inside and we shall see. So I'm using the ND variable 64 filter. Right now it's a 64. It goes all the way to 512 indoors. This is what it looks like at my brightest spot in my house, which is the kitchen. And this is what it looks like on 64. And let's walk around the house to see how it does in the dark spots in my house, which I already know it's not going to do good because who uses ND64 in the house? So here is my bathroom. It's pitch black. My Osmo's struggling to find me in the dark. Let's turn on the light. And it found me. And this is an orange light. So I don't even know how this does. It just looks washed out on my screen. So I don't know. Let's go to the room and find out how it does in the room. So we're in my room, and yes, it is pretty dark. Let's go stand by my window. But yeah, it is not doing good indoors. So I would never use an ND64 filter or a variable up to that high in the house. See, it's struggling to find me because it's too dark. And okay, it found me because the door's open, but if the door was closed, the Osmo will struggle to find me because I have it on self-tracking. So this is the darkest point in my living room. My husband has the door open, as you can see, But when we got to this corner, it got really dark, and then when red, it was struggling to find me. So let's crank this up in my brightest point in my house to 512 so you can see what it would look like. And I don't even think I want to go into dark points in my house because it's not even going to see me. So let's go. We're cranking it up. This is 512, and we are at the brightest point in my house, and look how dark I look. So I know walking around with this, it's just gonna be pitch black. It's not gonna work. But this is the brightest part in my house. But let's just give it a walk around the house so you guys can see. See, it's losing track of me. It can't even find me no more. We're in pitch black. It can't find me. Let me turn on the light. It found me, but this is my bathroom. It is dark. It is real dark. I don't know who would use a 512 ND filter indoor, period. Let's go to my room. It's struggling to find me. Hold on. There. But it says no face detected earlier because here's in front of my window. It's so dark. It's going to lose track of me in a minute because we are going through the darkest points in my house. Now, it's definitely going to lose track of me right now. So if it goes ones right off, I'm sorry. We are at the darkest point in my house and you can't even see me. So nobody would use a 512 ND filter indoors. This is me standing by the door with the door open. That's crazy. So let's crank it back down to 64. So that is 64 standing in front of my door open. But yes, so this is just a test, but no, I would never use an ND or a variable ND filter inside my house that goes from 64 to 512. I can get away with the one that goes from 2 to 32. So that is the one I'll be using in home with my LPR ND filter. So we'll see my final conclusion after I go through all this footage and edit it. I'll record one final conclusion. I'll let you guys know what I actually think. So that being said, bye. I hope you enjoyed these tests. By the way, they're KNF concept filters, and I'll have them linked below. All the ones I bought by KNF. So I will see you guys soon. Bye. So guys, I sat down, I downloaded my footage. I'm like, all right, let's get ready to edit. And then I realized, I forgot to test it out on everything automatic. So right now I'm using the variable ND filter by KNF Concept. It goes from 1 stop to 5 stops, which is 2 to 32. And this is the one I'll be using indoors and mostly outdoors. I'll crank it up to 32. We're also going to be testing the other one that's a variable ND filter that goes from stop 5 to 9, which is from 64 to 512. So we'll test that out indoors and outdoors as well on automatic. All settings automatic. I usually don't mess with all settings automatic. I don't film in all automatic settings. So far it looks pretty decent. I'm not gonna lie. You know, this ND filter is making me look like, whoa. I just don't like how some colors are just too dark and some are too light, and I don't have room to fix it. As you guys will see, I will color grade this to the best of my abilities, and you guys will see a very big difference compared to my other footage that's all recorded on D-Log compared to this footage that's recorded on automatic. I do have other footage recorded on... No, I don't. It's all D-Log. So the footage I'm thinking about got deleted. So let's get up and walk around my house, and then we'll go outside and test it out. So let me put on my shoes so we can just go outside and test it out, and then we'll come in, or we'll switch out the filters and test out the other point. So we will start it out in the darkest point in my house, which is the living room, and it looks pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. Now the scary part is, how is it gonna do on bright settings because low light is doing pretty good. Let's go to the brightest point in my house. So, my baby, this is my dining area. It's not the brightest point, but it's doing really, really good. This is the brightest part in my house. And right now I have it at stop 1, which is a 2. But I will not be using a 32 in here because let me just show you in the dark part of my house. Let's crank that up to all the way. And that's 32 ND filter and the brightest point in my house on automatic. So I will not be using this one. Only stop 1, which is 2. So yeah, let's go try the dark parts. Kind of interested to see what it does in my bathroom because it is orange light. It is. Okay, it's compensating. Okay, but it started out super orange. Did not like it. Let's see how we do in the room. Oh, I like this cool tone. Okay, I'm standing in front of the window. Automatic so far is holding up. Now, let's go try outside. I'll see you when we're outside. Okay, we are outside. This is again stop 1. So it's at a 2. Let's crank it up to 32 because that's how I would use it. So right now it is at 32. I'm under the shade, so it is a little dark, but so far I'm not really, I don't know, I have mixed emotions about automatic settings, but with the ND filters it's kind of looking okay, but still I'm not an automatic girl that does stuff on automatic on my cameras anymore. So this is the sun. I'm under my carport. We're gonna go walk directly into the sun. So I'm in my carport and I am standing right in front of the sun. It's compensating. I love the way the sky looks with the ND filter. It looks beautiful. But this is me going all the way around in all different lightings. I probably look like an idiot out here in the middle of my parking lot, but whatever. Now let's go and switch it to the 64 and up. Okay, we are using the variable ND filter that goes from, I can't talk, from stop 5 to stop 9. And I even like it better. I'm like, oh my God, what do I do? This automatic setting, it's actually looking pretty decent with ND filters. Now let's see if we get whitewash with these settings. Hold on, baby. So I'm in the sun. You can see it wasn't a big difference. I'm under the carport. I'm in the sun. Facing the sun. Going all around. Let's face the sun and crank it to 512. Yeah, I'm facing the sun and this is super dark. So I have an ND filter that's 1000. There's no way I will ever use that filter unless I am trying to look at a solar eclipse. Let's lower this back down to 64. So yeah, the most I would reach is for a 64, but I would not ever go for anything higher than that. Not, it's crazy. I haven't even put the 1001 to test the ND filter. Like, I don't even know if you can see me, but when I put it to the test, I'm gonna capture clips of the sun. So that's probably as much as we're going to be able to see with the 1000. But we'll put that to test more down the line. Right now, I want to put the variable filters to test because I like to specifically use ND32 and ND64 when it's super bright. Indoors, I like to use ND2. So that's why I say, let's go ahead with the variable ones and put those to the test. This is a 64, and so far, I like it. And this is on all automatic settings. The footage you saw before this was all on automatic exposure and ISO, but on D-Log M. So, and I am not using the mic to record this. This is all audio coming from the camera. So, yeah, but I don't know. The colors look so good. Even my highlighter looks amazing. Like, damn. I don't know. You guys tell me in post. I prefer my D-Log M settings over automatic any day, but you guys are the judge on this one. So y'all drop a comment, let me know. And when I go through all the footage and finish editing, I will record one last conclusion clip. So with that being said, I love you guys. I will see you in my next one. But quick thing before I wanted to let you guys go, I do have, trying to grab it, my CANON wide angle lens, and you could use it over these. So let's put it on. There we go. It's a wide angle lens. You can use it over these variable filters. It does give you a kind of vignette in the corners. If you can see it, let me see. Let me go to the sun. That's only down part of these. You can see kind of in the edges. It gives me somewhat of a vignette when I use the variable ND filters, but this does not happen when I use the fixed ND filters. So this is what it would look like if I was using a wide angle lens, and this is a full automatic everything. So, but wide angle lens doesn't change the color or anything. It's just wide or not. So it wouldn't matter if I record it on D-Log M or automatic. This is the same footage you're gonna see, just in different color grading. So with that being said, you can stack these up on top of each other. That is a big plus. But if you're okay with the vignette, I'm not really a big fan of the vignette, so I wouldn't be stacking this over a variable ND filter. I would be stacking it over a fixed ND filter. But then again, I don't see myself really reaching for the wide angle lens when I'm out and about vlogging. I tend to do that more when I'm doing sit down vlogs, is when I reach for the wide angle lens. So, but before I let you guys go, this is what it would look like without any filters on automatic. Look how whitewashed I look. That is insane on automatic. And then you add the filters. And then look, we're back to not being so whitewashed, but we're still washed a little, but not as bad as if I was to have no filters on. So yeah, I'll show you guys what it looks like on D-Log M, because I don't believe I did that. So let me stop recording and switch it over. So now I am recording on D-Log M with an ND64 filter and the wide angle lens. As you can see, there's a little bit of vignette going on in the corners, but this is exactly how you would look outside with auto exposure on with no filters. Look how whitewashed I look. That is insane. That's gonna be fun to edit in post, but when you add the filters, kind of tones it down. So you guys be the judge and let me know. Once I'm done, I'll come up with a final conclusion. I'll film it indoors, of course, and I'll let you guys know what I think personally. And then you guys, please feel free to drop a comment down below, and let me know what you guys think. So with that being said, I love you guys. Sorry for burping. Bye-bye. Hey guys, so I am currently in post-production on this vlog. This is my final conclusion of what I think overall, using ISO only on automatic, then using ISO and exposure on automatic. So her first half is pure ISO automatic with with fixed ND filters and how it does indoors versus outdoors. And I also tested variable ND filters outside. I cannot talk right now. I am falling asleep, you guys. I screwed up, took some melatonin last night, and it is super strong. I woke up and I'm still tired. I'm stuttering. I'm not making sense. I told my husband when the baby takes a nap, I need to sleep this off. But for over and all, I would only be using the variable ND filters from KNF Concept. They goes from stop 1 to stop 9. And the main one I will be using a lot is the one I'm using right now. The stop 1 to stop 5, which goes from 2 to 32. So as you can see, my husband just turned off the lights. I am dark in the living room. I just have a little crack open in the door. That's where I'm getting my light from. So overall, I think these filters are worth it, worth the price. I'll put a link down in the description of all the indie filters I bought. I think that I will never ever reach for my Canon B10 or any other camera besides the Osmo Pocket. And has changed my life. Like, it has changed my life. And right now I'm currently recording on D-Log M. Like I said, I was really impressed with the automatic settings. I'm not gonna lie, I was really impressed. The ND filters really amps up the automatic settings. So if you're a person that doesn't know much about manual settings and you're gonna use all full-blown automatic right outside the box factory settings, then I suggest you get some ND filters because that will just make your footage go up a notch and it'll make it look super crisp, nice. And these are variable ND filters. I showed you what they can do. I also wanted to see what people were talking about this exposure being on automatic will wash you out. It is true. It just washes you out if you don't have an ND filter. Even with an ND filter, it still washes you out a little bit. So I'm okay with that. But still, like, I'm okay with that, but I prefer just to stick to the 32. And if I have to change and go up from there, I will. But it's very rare when I reach for a 64 and above. You guys saw the 512. You couldn't even see me in my house. You could even see me in this area. So with this filter, you could. But if I'm a little dark, I apologize and expect for my husband to turn off all the lights on me right now. And he's putting the baby to sleep, so we both kind of picked a bad time. He even opened the door for me a little bit. He's so sweet. But we kind of bumped heads a little. Not like argue or anything, but we kind of like did something together at the same time and bumped in the way because, yeah, we're trying to do two things at once and it's not working. He needs dark, I need daylight. So it's not going to work when you put them together. But overall, I'm really impressed. I'm really impressed with this camera. I'm really impressed with the ND filters. If you're going to use any camera, always have a UV filter, always have some type of filter on. But for my Canon B10, I have not bought filters because they don't have filters for the Canon B10. It's a fixed lens. It's only for vlogging. It's not meant for anything else besides vlogging. And this is the Osmo Pocket is just amazing. If you're really contemplating on whether or not to really jump on the bandwagon and purchase the Osmo, I say go for it. I got the creators combo. You can go check out my video of the DJI unboxing. I'll link it down below so you can check it out. But yeah, this camera is by far the best. I just have it sitting down on a little rubber shoe. I don't even have it on a tripod. I'm not even using the mic. I'm just using the internal mics on the camera, and I always amplify my voice in post, so I don't always necessarily need to reach for the mic unless my daughter's running around screaming, then I reach for the mic. But since my husband's putting her to sleep, I am not using the mic. I'm using the mics on the camera, and I will amplify this in post-production. So it depends what software you use. So you can do certain things depending on the software you use. And all the information of equipment, softwares, and all that's in my description below. So if you want to know what software I'm using, equipment, it's all linked below. So you guys will know. And I also do vlogs every here and there when I get more stuff for my collection of electronics. I update the vlogs since I got an Osmo Pocket now and I got more accessories. I gotta update you guys on that, and put you guys on game on what accessories you need to get. So, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this informational blog. Sorry, it is a long vlog, but it goes very into depth in the settings of auto exposure and auto ISO along with automatic settings and ND filters. So if you have any questions, please feel free to drop a comment and I'll answer them to the best of my knowledge and as soon as I can get to them. So I love you guys. Feel free to hit the subscription button and the like button, give it a thumbs up, and I will see you in my next vlog. Bye.